We're speaking with Dr. Marco Clark, who's the founder and chief executive officer of the Richard Wright Public Charter School for Journalism and Media Arts in Washington, D.C. Dr. Clark, could you please speak about the work you do at Richard Wright Public Charter School?
We're able to have over 90% graduation rate. 100% of that group is accepted to college and going to college, enrolled in college.
Great.
We're able to increase our test scores by 100% each year that we take these standardized assessments, and I have kids lined up to want to get into our school. So we're seeing great progress here. Our school is about journalism and media arts, and in doing that, we believe that taking the journalism, it requires you to become a good reader. And so if you can read, that will partly save your life. The second thing is that if you become a good reader, then definitely your writing skills are going to improve. And as we improve your reading and writing skills and you become proficient in those things, then you're going to have a voice. And so we believe in reading, writing, and that voice gives you the ability to speak. So if you can read, write, and speak, you can advocate for that poor community. You can uplift that poor community. You can give that community a positive voice besides what's on the news at 4, 5, 6, and 11 o'clock at night. You can change that trajectory, and that's what we're doing here at Richard Wright. Then we give it a twist of media, because our kids are becoming broadcast journalists and filmmakers, independent filmmakers, and web designers. They're able to create something that's going to change the voice of the community from which people see it, and that's what's exciting that's happening here at Richard Wright Public Charter School.
Now, what you're doing there at the Richard Wright Public Charter School for Journalism and Media Arts is a wonderful thing. I think these kids need to learn as much about media and journalism as possible, because when they do that, they're able to tell their story. In order for them to tell their story, they have to be literate. Once you're literate and you can tell your story, you can change the dynamic of what people are understanding. And that is so vital. I also have an interest in them learning about policy and policy development. Is there anything that you're doing at the Richard Wright Public Charter School in its curriculum that mixes the learning of the media and the journalism as well as policy development?
Every class that our kids take involves that in understanding how policies are made and how policies should be changed. One of the things that we really, really heighten our kids about is I ask the first question, and the question is, what matters most, politics or education? In which order should they come? And so that is a question that my kids are able to respond to, because part of becoming a proficient student is understanding politics and understanding how policy affects you. Is that, kids they love coming to school, and it's not the problem to get them to school. The problem is the kids have issues going home. They're fighting to get through their neighborhoods with the people that look just like them, and because they want to be proficient students, they're having issues and getting beat up, and we see so many things online, and so the kids are asking, how can we create a policy and get our voice out there that the police will help us? And so our kids are learning that. They're learning what language to use in English. They're learning how to dissect what comes back to them in Latin. They're learning how to create a media clip that's empowering in the film class. They learn in journalism how to write a short editorial that would give them voice. They talk about everything in these classes that will give them voice, that changes policies. And then we go to the city council meetings and testify on the research that we've put together and some of the challenges that the city government must become accountable for. And my kids have that voice, but they've done it through the infusion and the understanding of how policy is changed.